everyone, welcome to my channel 10 Ways to Wear It. I'm Alicia, and on this channel I take one fashion item or one fashion trend and show you guys 10 different ways to wear it. Now, I've been teasing about doing some decor videos on my channel, and in today's video I am bringing you the very first one, and that is a how to style video, but it's a little bit different because we are doing how to style your coffee table. Yes, you guys. Now, the coffee table to me is the focal point of the living room, and the living room, in my opinion, is the focal point of a house. It's where everybody gathers, it's where all the laughs and fun happens, it's where all those movie nights and cuddle nights and Netflix and chill happens. So I really like to take a lot of pride in how I decorate my living room, and I think I have some really great tips, especially for those of you that live in smaller spaces who want to really maximize your space. I have some really great ideas on how to use your coffee table in functional ways, but also how to style her up, honey. Yes, so we're going to be talking about all about coffee tables today. Of course, I am not a design expert, so don't come for me, don't at me in the comments. These are just my ideas, and I do think I have a little bit of insight when it comes to design. I have a little bit of a thumb, if you will, when it comes to decor. I've done a lot of decorating myself. I've studied a lot of decorating. I'm obsessed with HGTV, so I'm an HGTV expert, if you will. But I think I have a lot of great tips to share with you all. So if you're interested in seeing some ways on how to style up your coffee table while we're all home, while we're all thinking about all those home decor changes we want to make, I have some ideas for you. So let's get into this video. First thing I want to talk about when it comes to choosing your coffee table or what type of coffee table you have is coffee table styles. Now, the first thing I want to dig into is the materials. You can find coffee tables that are glass, wood. You can find rattan coffee tables that grass material. You can even find ottomans that you can use as a coffee table. For years, I had a huge ottoman as my coffee table. There's lucite coffee tables, the clear ones. I personally prefer a glass coffee table because I find them a lot easier to keep clean. Wood coffee tables stain easily when you sit a cup on there if somebody forgets to use a coaster, and that's another thing you have to have sitting there for people to use. You have to have coasters around if you have a wood coffee table, or candle wax can destroy a wood coffee table, things like that. So I always kept that in mind when I was shopping for my coffee table, so I just decided glass coffee tables are best for me because they're easier to clean. If a little wax gets on there, it's easy to clean off. If somebody sits a cup on there, I can just use a little Windex to wipe it off. So that's just my personal preference. The next thing I want to talk about is shape and size. You can go for a round coffee table, rectangle, square. Honey, there are so many shapes. You can go for oblong, all different heights. I personally have a really large rectangle coffee table. I love the shape of it. When I get a bigger house, of course, I want to go bigger, okay? Because I love a big coffee table. But for now, my rectangular one works great for me. It's glass. The frame of it is actually a really heavy metal material, so I actually need two people to move my coffee table. I can't move it on my own because, you know, girl ain't trying to hurt her back. But definitely think about that shape and size. You have to consider the amount of space that you have when you're considering this. You don't want to get a coffee table that's going to take up your whole living room. My coffee table is definitely adequate for the size of space that I have in my living room, so keep that in mind. If you're going out shopping for a coffee table or if you're looking for one online, definitely check those measurements. Take a measuring tape in your living room and see if that's going to work for you, because you don't want something that's going to take up the entire space where people are like sliding around your coffee table. We don't need that, okay? Right? The next thing I want to talk about is layers. When it comes to the style of your coffee table, are you going to have a single layer coffee table, or are you going to have a double layer coffee table? In my opinion, if you live in a small space, one of the best things you can do is buy a double layer coffee table. I have a double layer coffee table. On my second layer, I use it for storage. So it's nice to have some little baskets on there. You can fold up some nice blankets on there, some throw blankets. You can really have a lot of fun when you have a double layer coffee table because you have that top layer to really decorate with and, you know, take your time and really style it up. And then you have that bottom layer that you can use for storage. You can put books on there. You can put your remotes on there. You can put baskets on there and put little things inside of them. You can store your candles, you can store your incense, you can store your stones if you have stones like me. You can store a lot of things in little baskets underneath that second layer and make it look so nice. And I'm going to show you guys what I did with mine, of course, a little bit later. But yeah, those are the three things I wanted to talk about when it comes to style: material, shape / size of your coffee table, and of course the layers. So definitely keep those things in mind. Moving on now, I want to talk about to tray or not to tray, and that is whether or not to actually have a tray on your coffee table. I have some wonderful theories about that, but in the meantime, go ahead and check out these few photos of some different coffee table styles made of different materials. Guys, so now that you've seen those wonderful photos, I want to talk about whether or not you should have a tray on your coffee table. Oh boy, to tray or not to tray. My opinion is always tray, okay? Always have a tray on your coffee table for a lot of reasons. I think it's a great idea. One of them is the fact that if you live in a small space, maybe you don't have a sitting area in your kitchen like me, you can use your coffee table for entertaining. And personally, when people come over and I want to spread out food, the easiest thing to do is just pick up that tray and move it. Nothing gets better than that, okay? Also, I think trays create visual interest. You can use a basket as a tray, like a flat basket. There's metal trays, galvanized metal trays, there's rattan trays, there's wood trays. There are so many different types of trays that you can pick up. You can use really large ones, you can use small ones. I'm gonna, of course, insert some photos after this little section here, but there are so many ways you can pick out a tray and style it up on your coffee table, and you can put all those little cute trinkets and all those things that are special to you that really show your signature style on that tray. Instead of spreading it out all over your coffee table and having to wipe around it when it comes to cleaning, it makes cleaning so much easier when you can just pick up that tray, sit it on the sofa, clean your coffee table, and put it back, okay? Also, candle wax, your tray is gonna catch it. Any, little things that might fall down, your tray is there to catch it, okay? So I love that, and it also just keeps the coffee table a lot more organized, in my opinion. It makes it look a lot neater. You have your tray here, and then maybe you have like a couple of other little things on there, but your coffee table overall looks very, very minimal and simple and nice because most of the trinkets are actually in the tray. So I really, really love that. So definitely go with the tray. In my opinion, they're the best way to go, especially if you're using like an ottoman that has cloth on it as your coffee table, like I did for years. I had a big tray sitting on top of there because I didn't want people sitting cups on my ottoman. I didn't want things to spill on there and then it's gonna get stained. So keep that in mind if you have an ottoman, but overall, in general, I say tray it up. Tray it up, all right? Now let's get into our next topic. I want to talk about what to add to your coffee table and where to add it. Now personally, there's a few things that are essential for me to have on my coffee table. The first thing is a little storage box of some sort. I have like a little gold metal box, and that's where I keep matches to light my candles. That's where I keep other little things that I might need at the coffee table. So I love to have that. I also love to have a candle on my coffee table. It definitely brings that ambiance into the room and just really makes me feel good and calm. My candles are like my fireplace. I love a really big candle. In fact, let me show you guys some of the candles that I'm super obsessed with right now. So the first candle I want to share with you guys, this is made by Studio O, and I purchased this on NordstromRack.com, but it's this beautiful 3-wick candle, and it's in sort of like a gold bowl. I actually purchased 3 of these. They were $20 each. This is such a beautiful candle, and it smells so good, but I absolutely love the aesthetic that it brings to my coffee table. I love a little luxe. My overall decor definitely incorporates some luxe accents in there, so had to put that on the coffee table. I also have this really big candle that you guys saw in my self-care haul. This is from the brand Sensational. Purchased that from TJ Maxx, and this is also another really big 3-wick candle. It's in this beautiful black, really sleek jar, so I love that. I love a nice candle holder. Like the holder of the candle is very important to me. I usually go for gold or black when it comes to that, but this is a beautiful big candle that I'm definitely gonna burn soon. The next one I want to show you, you also saw in my self-care haul, and that's this beautiful black, sort of matte black Havana Nights candle. This also came from TJ Maxx. Big 3-wick candle, as you can see. And I just love having these around because, like I said, they're kind of like a fireplace for me. They burn so nice and bright, and they really just bring a certain ambiance to the room. So those are my favorite candles. Getting into the next thing I love to have a little room spray on my coffee table. You're gonna see that. I also love to have some coasters. If I'm gonna have company, I'll pull out my coasters and put those there. Also love to have some greenery. Gotta have some greenery on your coffee table. Bring in a faux plant, a real plant, whatever will live, some bamboo sticks, something like that on your coffee table, because it's just nice to have a little greenery to look at along with that candle. And of course, there's other little trinkets that I like. I keep my journal on my coffee table. I love to have some books there waiting for me to look at. Girl, anyway, I'm gonna show you all what I have on mine in just a minute, but before I do, let's go ahead and insert some more photos, some more inspiration from Pinterest. So we talked about what is good to have as far as on top of your coffee table. Definitely throw in those ideas that you love. I just gave you mine. But on the second tier, that's a different subject. I like to keep the second tier a little bit more simple and really use it for storage. So you can definitely fold up some nice blankets on there, some throw blankets that people can use when they're sitting on your sofas. You can also use it to put a nice basket, a really big one, or you can put a couple of small ones. You can put some candles down there as well. You can put books down there. My sister has her interior design books and home decor books and stuff like that, and cookbooks on hers. So those are some great ideas as well. I like to keep mine really simple, and you guys are gonna see mine in just a second, but I did want to touch on what to have on that second tier. So now that we've done that, let's go ahead and do a nice little pan around my living room, and then I'll show you guys my coffee table up close and personal. Alrighty guys, so here is sort of like a slow pan of my living room. I'm gonna show you some different aspect points of my living room. This is an area that you might recognize. This is my sofa where I film my self-care hauls and things like that. Those are the big eyes that you guys have seen in the background. A lot of you have asked about those. Those are actually from TJ Maxx, and I bought them about 6 months ago. Of course, there's a nice large tropical plant, one of my bookcases right there. I have 2 gorgeous chairs in my living room. Those are both from Overstock.com, and the bookshelf that you guys I'm sure recognize from all of my videos. That's an IKEA bookshelf. All of the bookshelves in my living room are from IKEA, so you can definitely easily pick those up. But another bookshelf on that side. I love symmetry in my living room, so whatever's on one side you'll see on the other side, so that's what I like. Some decor, a little bit of art there you guys might recognize. I'm gonna just go in so you all can see. My overall design is basically, I love African luxe, if that makes sense. Sort of like a world traveler, African luxe kind of thing. I love nude statues, so that's something that you'll see when I do get my home one day. Girl, there's gonna be a lot of nudes around, okay, and not nude photos of me. But I love African style decor. I love baskets and things like that. I love raw materials. I think they are so nice to have in a living room because they just bring the outdoors in. As you can see, I love rattan baskets for storage. There's my little TV. Super simple. I have a really large plant in the corner there, and of course more African decor. I have some really beautiful African plates on the wall, and I have this beautiful African mud cloth on my other sofa. Such a nice little ambiance for me because, like I said, I love African decor. I also love greenery in my living room, so unfortunately live things do not live long here, so I I have a lot of faux plants, but you can definitely buy faux plants that look real. Of course, moving into what this video is all about, here is my coffee table. And I must say, from this point of view, I love my coffee table. But now that I've shown you around the room, let's get into the details of the coffee table. Alrighty guys, so here is my coffee table up close and personal so that you all can see what I have on here and you can see what I was talking about in the different categories in this video. So I definitely said that I love to have a nice candle burning on my coffee table. I am an avid candle burner. A candle is not safe around me, so of course I have my lovely candle burning here from Nordstrom Rack. It smells so good. I also have this plant. This is like a faux plant that I bought from TJ Maxx, and I just wrapped around some little lights that I found at Target. This is something that I do with all of my plants in my apartment. I love to add lights to them. I'm just weird like that, but I love the ambiance that it brings. Of course, I also have my stones on the table because I like to have those close to me. So wherever I am the most, that's where I like to be. I love a gorgeous gold statue because I told you guys I love that sort of African luxe, you know, Queen of Africa type of vibe. You know, I love that outdoorsy feel of like having natural materials and things like that, but I also love beautiful shiny gold accents, so like to bring that little luxe to it as well. So I also have my sage that I burn. If I haven't told you guys, I burn sage every other day because I love to keep my spaces clear and just keep good high energy and high vibrations around me. I also have another faux plant there because the greenery is so important to me, even though nothing lives in here for long except bamboo, but faux plants do the job for me as well. But I also have two lovely room sprays, some lemongrass, and I forgot what the other one is, but I also told you guys I love to have like a little storage box of some sort or trinket box. That's what this is. Have my lighter in there, some matches and things like that. So very simple on top. In my little tray. Now moving on to what else I have on the coffee table. So as you can see, my tray does take up a good portion of the coffee table, but that's because I don't tend to like use the coffee table as much when I don't have company, so I don't mind having a big tray on there. But there is still a lot of space because it is a substantial size coffee table. So the next thing I have on there are some design books. I am obsessed with these interior design books. These are Andrew Martin's review books, and they are the bomb. If you're into interior design, decor, and things like that, these books are absolutely awesome, and they are huge and heavy. I ordered these from Amazon a couple of years ago, and they are just one of my prized possessions. So really love having these big books, and a lot of times I'll just sit on the couch and look through them and dream about that big beautiful modern house that I'm gonna have one day. So I love having these around, and yeah, I'm very familiar with these books. Of course, on top of the books, you cannot miss this beautiful ivory arrangement from Rose Forever. Rose Forever sent me the most beautiful bouquet, and I am so obsessed with it. If you don't know about Rose Forever, they produce these gorgeous bouquets out of preserved roses. They last for up to a year or over a year, and I love this one. I think it brings the perfect amount of femininity and softness to my living room as well as my coffee table, and I love it sitting on top of my books. I just can look at it, and it definitely brings me spring vibes, you guys. I love this bouquet, and I'm so grateful that Rose Forever reached out to me. It's so pretty. Such a gorgeous addition to my coffee table, and it really is just what my coffee table needed to bring some femininity, because a lot of the things that I have are very outdoorsy and sort of like nature-esque, so this was something that I could add that's super feminine, pretty, and soft. So I did tell you guys that I have a 2-tier coffee table. As for my second tier, I like to keep it really simple on that level because you can see through my coffee table, so I don't want too much distraction under there. So I bought these beautiful baskets. The baskets that I have under my coffee table on the second tier are from Ross. They were like $8.99 each, and I have my camera equipment inside of this one, like the stuff that I use the most when I'm making my videos. I also have these beautiful plate holders or chargers. Those are like rattan chargers, so that when we eat in here I can just sit my plate on top of there. And of course another basket. I think in that one I have like remotes and things like that, and maybe a couple of candles. So that's what I have on my second tier of my coffee table. And yeah, overall I love having a rectangular coffee table. I just think it's so gorgeous and simple, but it's also something that I can have fun with. I do change it around quite a bit because I'm just the kind of person who loves to change things and gets bored with stuff easily, but for the most part it always kind of ends up with the same aesthetic, because like I said, I love that sort of African, outdoorsy, but also luxe, rich kind of feel to my living room. So that's always what I go for, even with the changes. But occasionally I'll add more color, I'll add more patterns and things like that. But overall, this is what works for me, and it's gorgeous in my opinion. Thank you guys so much for watching this video on how to style your coffee table. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got a lot of ideas on how you can style up your coffee table and really maximize its use. While most of us are home or spending a lot of time at home on our days off, this is an ideal time to go ahead and tackle those home improvement projects, those decor projects, all those things you've been wanting to do and change in your home. Now's the time to do it, you guys. While we're all home, we're staying inside, this is a great time to go ahead and rethink about how you want your space to look and feel, so that when summer comes, we have a beautiful summer inside our homes and outside. But I really hope you all enjoyed this video. I want to give a special thanks to Rose Forever for sending me my beautiful bouquet and bringing a little bit of the springtime inside of my home, so that now that I'm spending more time here, I have a lovely flower arrangement to look at to just really make me feel good and lighten the spirit overall in my home. So thank you so much, Rose Forever, and thank you so much to you guys for watching. If you are not subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Clearly I'm bringing you a little bit of everything on this channel, honey. We do fashion, beauty, hair, lifestyle, home. Girl, I got a little bit of everything because I love a little bit of everything in my life. So that's honestly the truth. You know, I don't want this channel just to be a one-tunnel channel where it gets a little boring afterwards. No. As women, we have everything going on in our lives, so guess what? I'm gonna have everything going on this channel for you. So definitely hit that subscribe button if you're looking for something different on YouTube. I want to thank everybody for watching again, and I will see all of you guys on the next video. Love y'all. Bye guys.